Will Khaled ever talk on stream? Well, Khaled's a pretty mysterious guy, so maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Thought him and Ahmad were keeping themselves a mystery, then I heard Ahmad hop on for Twitch Rivals games. Well, Ahmad has talked on his stream. I mean, Ahmad streams with Mike all the time. Well, often. And he's also streamed with Facecam before, so... I mean, Ahmad's not as mysterious as Khaled. I had never talked to Ahmad before Twitch Rivals, so that was really fun. Shame he was lagging, because that must have been annoying for him to deal with. How do I think Rocket League will grow over the next 5 years, the esports scene? Is there a lot of potential for growth there? Yeah, I think there's limitless potential for growth in Rocket League esports, because Rocket League is, as far as I know, the only game that is completely integratable to, if that's a word, I don't even know if that's a word, to, you know, sports channels, real sports channels. And the reasons for that is, number one, it's an E for everyone game, so you don't have any problems like, you know, CSGO has some issues with that because, you know, you got terrorists in the game and people shooting each other in lots of different esports titles, so you can't put that on sports channels. Well, sometimes you can, and sometimes it runs into problems. Chess is like that too. Yeah, chess is like that as well, true. So yeah, chess also. I think that's got ridiculous esports potential because it's really easily integrated into real existing sports channels. But the difficulty chess has compared to Rocket League is Rocket League, a complete novice, somebody who's never played the game before, can watch a game of Rocket League and still appreciate what is happening to a high level. Somebody who's never even played video games before can understand, because it's really the concept is really simple at its core. You just have cars trying to put the ball in the goal. Everybody understands that. So that's the advantage Rocket League has over a more complicated game like chess or other complicated esports like MOBAs or RTS. These are really complex games that you need to put time into before you can appreciate them. Of course, you can get to you can get to a point where you can appreciate all games with not that much time invested. You don't need to, you know, if you play MOBAs or RTS or chess for like a couple of hours every day for a week, you're gonna be able to appreciate and understand what's happening. But Rocket League, you don't have to put any time in. You just, from the very beginning, everybody understands it, so it's got a massive advantage there. But the other big advantage that is not really talked about as much because it's more a technical thing than something that people will actually have to think about as viewers. But Rocket League is very consistent with broadcast lengths. Like the length of a Rocket League stream, if you don't run into technical difficulties, which of course are inevitable at some point, the length of a Rocket League stream is very consistent. A Rocket League like series, if it's a best of 5, you're either getting 3 games or 5 games or 4 games. You know, it averages out to 4 games every time, roughly. So you've got a very consistent broadcast length. Compare that to, say, CSGO. And I'm saying CSGO a lot as a comparison because it's one of the biggest esports, but it does have some disadvantages, such as not being an E for everyone game. The length of a match is very unpredictable. Like, you could have a super quick match, or you could have a match that, you know, goes to ridiculous overtimes and just never finishes. Of course, you can have overtimes in Rocket League as well, but the consistency of a broadcast length is far better for Rocket League than it is for CSGO. In fact, so much that Gfinity had to cut CSGO from the Elite Series and keep Rocket League. When I was casting Rocket League for Gfin Elite Series, they had to get rid of CSGO because the broadcast lengths were too unpredictable. I'm sure that happens a lot as well. But CSGO does have the advantage that it's very easy to understand, just like Rocket League is. Oh look, it's the bad guys shooting the good guys. Maybe it's more complex and more difficult for a complete beginner to understand CSGO because of the different perspectives. If you've not played an FPS or seen an FPS before, you might not really understand what's going on. You're like, okay, why is there a big gun on the screen? What's going on? Oh, that's a guy. Okay, but most people know what that means because they've seen FPS has been around for so long. It's a known genre to a lot of people, even people who don't play games. But you know, the objective aspects of the game and all of the technical terminology is very difficult to understand. You think Smash is pretty easy to follow? I mean, I'd say it's one of the easier esports to follow, but it's definitely not easy. I mean, I don't play Smash at all, and when I watch Smash, I don't really have a clue what's going on, I'll be honest. I don't know what's happening. But I can see the percentage of one guy going up because he's getting smacked in the face by the other guy, and I'm like, okay, yeah, he's losing. And then he goes flying off the screen, I'm like, yep, you lost. You know, I don't know what's going on in Smash though, like, that's from a technical standpoint, whereas, you know, it's like a flip reset probably doesn't make sense to people who are new to Rocket League. But overall, Rocket League, I think, is the easiest esport to understand for beginners and for people who haven't played it before. And therefore, it is easy to appreciate. That being said, it's still got a ridiculously high skill ceiling. Ridiculously high skill ceiling because it's just pure mechanics. Any comment on the Furtive situation? All I've got to say really is I've enjoyed working with Furtive every time that I've worked with him, and I hope he continues to be a successful guy in the esports industry, because I'm sure he will be. He's very talented, and I'm sure he's going to continue to be successful. And I've, yeah, like I said, always liked working with him. Not really much else to say. What I think happens to Middle East if there's no RLCS next season? Probably the same as every other season. The players complain, and rightfully so, of course, because they just want to play. But then, yeah, the scene will continue to grow regardless. Will there be another show match? Not tonight. I've got to go in about 15 minutes, so I'll probably go in 10 minutes actually, so I'm not cutting it really thin. Just live to cast that one show match, but it was a 3-0, so we're sticking around to chat to you guys a little bit, since I've not been streaming it too much recently. Do I think they lose potential? No, I don't think so. I mean, there'll always be a little bit of time needed to catch up to the main regions. Like, you know, but when I say main regions, I mean EU, South America, OCE. But minor regions like North America have shown that you can catch up. In the, you know, in the past they've been able to win LANs even though they started off at a disadvantage because of their cringe spawn. So I'm sure Middle East will be fine. Can you have Daniel versus First Killer? Hey, I'd love to cast Daniel versus First Killer. Love to. I think Fear was trying to cast Daniel versus First Killer for a long time though, so I'm not trying to step on his toes or anything. I think everybody would want to cast Daniel versus First Killer. Everybody just wants to see that matchup, but did he ever get any word back? What was the last news on Fear's attempts to make that match happen? I haven't heard any news on that. Do you think it's absurd that Psyonix hasn't recognized ME as a strong region yet? I don't think that's got anything to do with it. I don't think the strength of a region really has anything to do with their inclusion in RLCS or not. There's a lot more that goes on than just, oh, this region's really good, let's just put them in RLCS. You know, getting a region in RLCS is very, very complicated from a logistical standpoint. It's very, very complicated from a tournament organization standpoint. And yeah, so much work has to be done in order for that to happen. You know, politically as well, it can be complicated. But I'm sure that they're working towards a solution as fast, well, in as near, what am I trying to say? I'm sure they're trying to reach a solution as soon as possible. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you think First Killer will ever return to professional ones? Yeah, I do. I mean, he's obviously still really good. I mean, First Killer is currently second highest rated NA behind Lion Blaze, so he's obviously still insanely good at ones, and he's a ridiculously good mechanical Rocket League player, and he's always going to be good at ones, like, because of the time he's put into it in the past. When's the next time I will stream? Good question. Possibly tomorrow. Possibly. I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to keep trying to arrange show matches because we've not been able to do them for a while. I've been busy with various events, so I want to do some show matches, of course. Pro Sana, I'm not sure what you mean. I've not heard of any tournament being denied, but maybe you know something I don't. 33 Fighter, thanks for the 4-month prime, I appreciate it, man. Also Rias47, thanks for the 3-month prime. Sorry I didn't notice that sooner. I'm very, very bad at this. You can't just say it's complicated, but they've proven themselves time and time again. That's not a but. You know, you can't just say it's complicated, but, and then say, you know, bring up something completely unrelated. You've acknowledged it's complicated. Leave it at that. It's complicated. You can't just add another region like, oh yeah, let's just add the moon to RLCS. Okay, nice. The moon is now an RLCS region. I'm you know, obviously being ridiculous here, but it's more complicated than just, oh, this region's really good, let's put them in. So that's all there is to it. Yeah, I would love to get Cala back in stream as well, for sure. Prosana, I don't know what tournament you're talking about, but there's been tournaments denied from North America, from Europe, from everywhere. For lots of different reasons. I don't know what the KSA tournament is that got denied, but Psionics don't have, they're not forced to let anybody run a tournament of Rocket League. Like, it's their game. They can let anyone do a tournament, or they can stop anyone from doing a tournament, and they have in the past. You know, put the brakes on a lot of tournaments. Prize pool is too high. Again, I don't know. I'm not aware of the one that you're talking about, but yeah, there's been a bunch of events in the past that have been cancelled. What happened to the Keemstar tournament? Good riddance. Couldn't care less. I was so surprised to see all of these like Rocket League personalities actually being hyped about a Keemstar tournament. I was like, I could not care less about this. What is going on? What is going on? Like, we obviously don't need anyone. Never mind Keemstar. That was the take I was really surprised about. I was seeing a lot of people say, oh, the Rocket League scene needs this so bad. This will do so much for the Rocket League scene. I'm just thinking to myself, what is this going to do for the Rocket League scene? Who cares? Who cares what it's going to do? It's just all of these Rocket League YouTubers trying to get more subs, I guess. So they're all like getting hyped for this event because they want more subs. It's such a selfish endeavor. Like, I don't respect that at all. And I don't respect Keemstar at all. But yeah, if they were going to do a serious event, I would have loved to decline. I would have loved to get the opportunity to decline working on it, because no doubt, as the Rocket League commentator with the biggest following, I probably would have been asked to do it, and I would have loved to decline. So that is probably the only reason I'm sad that tournament never happened, because I didn't get the opportunity to decline working on it. Is there a reason Psionics can't allow ME to compete on EU servers? Yeah, it's because it's an EU region, it's not a Middle East region. Plus, that's not the ideal solution. That's like a, you know, that's like a subpar solution. Obviously, the best way would be to integrate them, so I'm sure in the long term that's what's being planned. Not like a second best solution. Are you thinking about... Wait. Also... Oh, you said you would have loved to see it for the spectacle. The man is pure content. What, Keemstar? You think Keemstar is pure content? I don't think I don't watch his videos, but the only time I ever hear him say something or see a tweet from him appear on my timeline because some Rocket League person liked it or retweeted it, I'm just thinking to myself, why? Like, what is wrong with this guy? This guy's actually got problems. That's all I'm thinking. Also, are you thinking about having big variety streamers on for show matches like you did with Ludwig? I'm never really trying to do that for streams, but yeah, if we bring Smug back in the future, we would definitely try and make that happen. Yeah, we'd probably try and get more big content creator show matches, because they're really funny to do in that setting. You know, really, really professional, high production, and then the gameplay is just beginner, and we can cast it like it's RLCS. It's really fun. Hear anything about Season XI? Mate, I don't even know I don't even know if it's called Season XI. So, no. I don't even know what it's called. Tell Marky Duda to cast more. I think his internet is dead right now, but yeah, you should definitely cast more. Marky Duda had a really funny tweet about Keemstar when all that drama was happening. But yeah, it's so funny to me. People are like, the Rocket League scene needs this so much. Oh my goodness, the Rocket League scene would grow so much because of this. It's like, no, the Rocket League scene doesn't need any of this. It's doing fine. People like see all these Rocket League YouTubers molding because their views are going down. It's like, bro, they like views always go up and down. It's not a big deal. There's always going to be the next peak. Just be patient. Stay on your grind. You don't need Keemstar. What are you talking about? Will I watch Lil Worlds? Probably not. I've not watched LOL for many years now, but I used to watch it. Like, it was my main esport to watch and play, but I've not watched it for a while. There is no match. Sorry for anybody who wants another show match. There's not going to be another one. I'm actually just going offline in a couple of minutes because I've got some stuff I got to do. Yeah, I thought I'd stick around for the time I can stream. What role did I main in LoL? I was a jungler. Mostly I was a Lee Sin jungle. Mechanical. I was mechanical.